Chapter 7. The next morning, I'm all washed and dressed before I remember Grandma. Worst case scenario, it's cancer. The last word rams into my chest, knocking my breath out. Can't believe I forgot. I woke up thinking about eating lunch alone again. That problem seems small now. I lift my sea turtle bracelet with special care and tie it on. Everyone's up early. I hear Dad shaving in the bathroom and Mom clinking silverware in the kitchen. Seeing me plod down the hallway, Mimito lets out a happy squeal from his booster chair. He can't tell I'm sad. He doesn't know he could lose his grandmother. His world is happy. I let his bright eyes pull me over and I rub noses with him. ¿Qué tal, hermanito? This phrase feels cuter than the English, like little balls of sugar in my mouth. Mamito says nothing as usual. We're still waiting for him to talk. He has some words, but no sentences. My father thinks he's like Einstein, a genius whose brain is building a math machine inside. My mother thinks I help him too much, guessing his words before he needs to say them. Even Grandma says he's quiet for his age. I think he's listening to music in his mind, some delicate melody we can't hear. I just hope he talks before other kids start making fun of him. He finishes with his breakfast. Mom wipes peach juice off his face and takes the cutting board to the sink. Sleep well, she says? Sure, except I'm not sure how to ask her about Grandma. Mamito kicks his legs and grunts. Mom turns on the faucet. He might want some water, she calls, his sippy cup's on the table. He's pushing at the tray and twisting his body. He doesn't want water. I know. Me and Mamito, our minds are like two strings of Christmas lights, one plugged into the next. Grown-ups don't remember what it's like living at knee level, but I do. Down, I say, and his face relaxes. Make him say it, Key, Mom says. Down, I say. I stand right in front of him. Say, down. He arches his back, straining against the tray. Ah! I frown. Mamito used to do everything I showed him. If I ate my broccoli, he would too. Whenever I went in the house, he'd crawl behind me. But it's not that easy anymore. He twists his head from side to side. Even angry, he's cute. Cheeks plump as Easter eggs. But I have to catch the bus soon. Yet I can't leave him stranded there. Dad says Mamito is partly my responsibility since I'm the eldest. He actually says that. Eldest. Sometimes his English is more proper than Mom's and mine. I curly cue my voice like ribbons. Mamito, looky, up. I hold my hands high in the air, then wish them down to his chin. Down. He gives a half laugh, so I do it again. This time he smiles and bats my hands. The third time, I'm wondering if he will ever let me stop when he says, duh. Close enough. I rip off the tray and he's down and running. Who cares if he was supposed to learn this word a year ago? True, his teacher told us. If he can learn down, maybe he can learn water, maybe apple, brother, maybe even big sister. I check the clock. We still have a few minutes. Hey, Mom? She dries her hands and starts gathering her school books and purse. Did Grandma talk to you? She looks up, pauses, then drops her stuff into the chair. She spreads her arms wide and steps toward me. She sure did, Key. She wraps me in a tight hug. She wanted to be the one to tell you. I nod. She told me last night. Mom pulls away to look me in the face. First come testing. Then we'll see. We don't know what we're dealing with yet. It could be something simple. Sounds flimsy. I know you're worried. Her voice falters. I am too. We'll know more soon. She finger combs my bangs. I'm scared. I surprise myself saying it out loud. I know. We all are. Your grandmother's always been so active, so healthy, traveling the world, helping animals. It's hard to believe anything can slow her down. You know what, though? She lifts her head. I bet she can beat this. I let Mom's words stand since I know it's time to go. I guess I feel a little better. She gathers up her books again. Hey, she says, want me to take you to school? You'll get there way early, but it's on my way. On another day, I'd be embarrassed to be dropped off by Mom. But today, I say, that'd be great.